So let's talk about Bimser International a little bit. We are an enterprise software maker since 1998, and we are also based in New York. We have we are very active in also various regions in the world. We are globally active, and we are working with various ERP systems to supplement them. And we have more than 1,000 customers already globally. What you see on the screen is our core product line, basically. So what we do is we have companies digitally transform themselves. That's what we do. And in this scope, basically, we'll be talking about today predictive maintenance, which will be actually covering big in terms of how to manage equipment, machinery, and how to do predictive maintenance. So it's actually related to what Brianna just mentioned, basically Tembu and its technology simply remotely monitor the health of the machinery and equipment. And what we do is basically we pick up the notification from the system, and then we basically help you manage the maintenance operation. That's how we operate. Since we've been around since 1998 and we are very active in enterprise market, we've been working with many different companies, especially in enterprise market and reputable companies. Also, I'd like to also share a couple of information about predictive maintenance in terms of how to manage assets and equipment. So when we look at maintenance management, there are types of maintenance operations. There is corrective maintenance, preventive maintenance, and predictive maintenance. So if something breaks down and if you need to fix it, it becomes a corrective action, corrective maintenance. So there are upsides and downsides of every single type. The ideal one, when we look at it in terms of cost savings as well as operational efficiency and compliance, the best way to go is actually predictive maintenance. So before something breaks down, you take action to make sure that equipment or machinery or device actually keeps working. That is the main idea. Something breaks down, it's much more costly. You cannot make the production. You cannot keep your work to your customers, and it's a big problem basically. So with the help of predictive maintenance, you basically remotely monitor the health of the machinery with the help of, for example, Tembu. With this kind of remote monitoring systems, basically fits maintenance operations. So when we do basically predictive maintenance, before anything breaks down, we take action. We prepare the crew to make the maintenance operations. We prepare the spare parts, and then also we prepare the machinery equipment, and then based on this plan, we basically take action. That is the ideal way of running things. And when we talk about maintenance, let's remember that maintenance operations brings three things together: man, machine, and material. So these are the important things that we need to be thinking about. In terms of predictive maintenance, everything starts with actually data collection. That is basically, that's typically most of the time the problem. So once you start collecting the data, it is actually a matter of analyzing it and then remotely monitoring the health of the machinery to see the patterns. Basically, based on the patterns, you can basically predict what will be happening to that particular machine from, let's say, a couple of weeks from now. There are various solutions in this sense, just like Brian addressed earlier. Could be about manufacturing, could be about facility management. That can be a robot basically actually running the manufacturing operation, or could be a simpler machine, or could be an HVAC system or boiler, for example. So with the help of typically wireless sensors, basically you can collect the data, and that basically they start collecting the data, and then the rest is basically analyzing the data to decide when to take action and how to take action. When we look at how we can actually implement the predictive maintenance operations or steps of implementation, is first of all, it is important to design the maintenance program. Everything starts with the internal buy-in. So with the inclusion of the team, first of all, it's important to design the maintenance program. And then what kind of technologies will be used for these operations. It also depends on the vertical, depends on the industry you are in, and then how you will be monitoring basically those equipment simply. Is it the sensors, it's wireless devices, how it's going to be. And then allocating the resources, the team, as well as also making the team available in addition to assigning them. Also coordinating it with preventive maintenance activities is also important. And finally, once everything is actually launched, then you can use all managerial reports as well as dashboards to understand how the program is going and how those particular equipment and machinery is actually running. So that's a very general overview, basically, of predictive maintenance steps. So what I'll do is I'll hand it over to Sam. So what we'll do is we'll basically show you very high level how actually maintenance operations can be actually run digitally, and then we'll hand it over to our coming panelists. Sam, if you're ready, please take over the screen. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you, Kevin. And thank you for joining this webinar. And this is Sam at Bimser International. So I will get you an overview of our BIM, which is our enterprise asset maintenance facility and energy management system. So this is how it looks like after you log into BIM. So you can find your dashboard and all the widgets. They are movable and they are sizable and modifiable, which means you can add or delete any widgets on this dashboard. And that's why we call it an own design dashboard. So it showed all the real-time data in a table, in a chart, in a pie chart, or in a bar chart. So it showed you all the real-time data, and it's helped you to keep tracking the KPI of your company and also the performance of your companies of different departments or locations. And you can find all the available modules in this main menu, like asset modules for managing the information of your asset, and also maintenance module, material modules as known as spare part module, and the personnel module as known as skill management modules. And by using BIM, so you can have in this asset module, you can have the real Google map, which you can zoom in and out in this map and pinpoint the location of your, for example, like our facilities or plants. And now BIM is taking us to the map. And in this map, also you can find the information or the detail of your facility. And we can also integrate with the GPS that's equipped on your moving asset for maintenance purposes. And now I'm getting back to the map in order to get me into the map. So I need maybe some time in order to get connected from the server. And while we're reading, and you can find also we can create the work request and work order in order to schedule the maintenance activities and manage the material, like the information of the material and the material transactions. Maybe we come back to the. And we'll get back to the map, but right here, what you can see on the screen is the graphical asset tree. So you can upload your floor plan or the blueprint of your facilities so that you can pinpoint the location of your fixed assets, like the machinery or equipment or the robot arms for manufacturing. So we can pinpoint the location here. And when they're in a green color, which means they're under a good condition, and once they turn into red, which means they are under maintenance operations. And you can move your cursor on this point of the fixed assets and find the details of it, like the code name, department, and location. Okay, and then we go back to the map function. And now you can see right here, which you can zoom in and out in this Google map. And we can pinpoint the location of your fixed asset, and you can find the detail of it, and you can integrate with the GPS that's equipped on your on your moving assets for maintenance purposes, as I mentioned before. And besides using BIM on the web browser, so that we also have the native mobile application. So you can use BIM on your handheld device like smartphone or tablet. So what you can see on the screen is my Android device. So you can manage your asset information right here in the screen. And you can find the exact same function and data in your web browser and in this mobile application. Or you can create the work request and work order on your handheld device. And this is my demonstration. Thank you, Kevin, and thank you everyone for your time.
Thank you very much, Sam.